The ugly ducklings. Once a mother duck made her nest the edge of the pond that touched a barnyard. She laid some eggs in the nest. She waited for the eggs to hatch out. All the eggs hatched in turn, but one egg remained unhatched. One day, an old duck paid a visit to Mother Duck. Seeing her sitting on the unhatched egg, the old duck said, "You are simply wasting your time with it. It is perhaps the egg of a turkey." It did not resemble the ducklings that had hatched out of the other egg. They were hopping about nearby, quacking playfully. But the mother duck did not feel upset at all. She decided to bring the ugly creature lovingly, just like her own ducklings. As the ducklings were slowly growing up, the mother duck decided to teach them how to swim in the pond. So she led all of them into the pond. The little ugly ducklings also came down into the pond along with other babies. Inside the pond, also, the other ducklings disliked the poor ugly duckling. They did not want it to take part in their fun. So they pulled its feather with their sharp beaks. The ugly duckling did not know why everyone disliked it and what it should do after all. Not even the ducks and the ducklings, but the chickens and the cock also cackled at the ugly duckling. They kicked it hard whenever they found it passing by them. Seeing everyone against itself, the ugly duckling decided to swim around among the reeds all by itself. It thought, "I must swim alone, away from everybody. At least I shall be safe from being chased, pecked, and kicked." Even now, ill luck did not spare the ugly ducklings. Wild ducks and geese did not like it all. They rebuked it from trespassing into their area and chased it away from there. The poor ugly duckling was in a fix. Nobody was coming forward to help it. It was swimming all alone in the wild pool of water away from the barnyard. The ugly duckling thanked its stars. It walked until it finds a cottage. It was very hungry as well as tired. A kind old woman lived in the cottage with a hen and a cat. She welcomed the duckling, but the cat and the hen did not like it. They bothered it so much that it could not stay there for long. The ugly duckling walked on till it was dead tired. It could not walk any further now. Hunger and cold had made it almost half dead. It lay half frozen at the edge of wild pond. Suddenly, a kind farmer happened to see the poor ugly duckling, taking pity on it. He wrapped it in a blanket and took it home. Somehow the duckling was able to survive through the winter season. The spring season was about to set in. Days were slowly growing longer and warmer. Trees were bringing forth new leaves and beautiful flowers. The ugly ducklings knew that it had grown to its full stature. It stretched its wings and squawked aloud. With a mighty flap, it flew into the air. But it had seen its reflection in the water of pond. It came to realize that it was not a duckling, but a full-fledged swan.